Welcome to Podcast for the Next In. I am your host, David Gillies. Welcome to episode 3. I have no guest this week. Unfortunately, your video may be lagging. It's lagging. It's telling me the frame rate is not good. It is hella shit. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I've got stuff going on in the background and it's crashing my computer. So can't get any guests on, unfortunately, but that's fine. You're stuck with me. I have ran away from my podcast. I wish I hadn't. I got pretty sad about the whole thing, to be honest. I had a wall. I couldn't get any guests. I had guests ghosting me. I had guests who couldn't make time. You know, and these people are doing it for free. They're doing it out of the goodness of their heart. So there's no animosity from me towards them. I just haven't been able to secure anyone. And every time I thought, Dave, just do a podcast by yourself. Just chat to the camera. Just get your thoughts out there. Just run with it. Haven't been able to sit down in front of the camera, to be honest. Haven't been able to handle the whole change. But hey, change is good. I'm not expecting to keep it by myself. I do want to get other people involved. I might change the overall scope of the podcast, just so I can get random people on, so it's not held down by one group or one what's the word I'm looking for? One style or one format. Probably format's probably the word I'm looking for. But hey, that's life. Couldn't get anyone, so here I am just talking to you. It's just me and you. But just to let everyone know, I am doing okay. I have struggled with the fact that I haven't been able to get anyone on. I have taken it personally. Why have I taken it personally? Just the type of person I am. I haven't... I'm not good at rejection. And I guess my life, like if I look back on stories and things like that, I'd be able to figure that out too, that I'm not good with rejection. That has stopped me from doing things in the past. Trying things, experimenting with things because of the thought of failure. I think it doesn't bode well with my personality. I can't handle it very well. And I just, it is. I don't like rejection. I don't like failure. And I'm one of these people who just won't try, so I don't fail. If you don't try, you don't fail. But, I'm sure everyone's got some, something that their mother or father or their best friend have told them that, lines up with that. But, it's just, for every shot you miss, for every shot you take, you miss some, you get some. It's you've got to shoot your shot. I don't know what that bloody saying is. It's not coming to me. I thought I'd be able to slow it down a bit and remember it, but it's not. But it's just one of those things. So I'm just going to chat to the camera. My face is extremely red. I don't know what's going on here. Can I get some whiteness back to me? No, it's been a long day. I think red is the flavour of the day or flavour of the month. But so I just want to talk about me, what's going on in my world, what's going on in my brain. I have, like I said, sort of run away from the podcast because of, I guess, the instant failure of it. This is my version of things, by the way. This is not other people's versions of things. This is my vision. I feel like I failed. You tell your friends and your family what you're doing. So excited, you talk about, I guess, well, you're talking about the high that you're riding, right? It's sort of, I guess I was showing off a little bit. Saying, these people I can get on, talking about people I was helping, And it's sort of fallen through, and that's embarrassing. And I guess here I am accepting that embarrassment. So, hey, I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. I'm trying to self-reflect more. I've always been good at self-reflecting. Okay. I've always been good at highlighting issues, which is self-reflecting. Issues with myself, that is. Which is self-reflecting. But I don't always accept them or absorb them or take them on. For instance, I only just found out, or figured out rather, in the last couple of months that I have serious social anxieties. I knew I suffered from anxiety. I know I suffer from depression. But social anxiety, I never thought that was me. For instance, and the reason I never thought it was me was because when I'm in a group setting, I'm pretty outgoing. I like to be, I guess, the main person in the conversation, or I like to steer the conversation. I don't always like all eyes on me, but I do. I guess, in that sort of sense, I do have a big ego, and so I never thought I had social anxiety. But watching podcasts, talking to people, the last couple of months I figured out I do have chronic anxiety. I don't like going out to places. I don't like going to supermarkets. I don't like going to the malls. It's definitely stopped me from going to concerts. I know I've got a couple of friends, one in particular, who would always try to get me to go to concerts, in my younger years. And I would make up excuses. I would always just blame it on the fact that I had no money. Now, I didn't have much money, but, we can always get money together. And did I want to go to these concerts? Oh, hell yeah. Probably more than he did. But, how do you tell someone, your friend, that, that you're freaking out all the time and that you can't be in that social setting with that many people that you do not know? I have a serious trust issue when it comes to things like that. So, he used to push me quite a bit, to the point that he would buy me tickets and I would have no choice. And he'd be like, pay me back if you want, don't pay me back. And I've got another friend who does the same thing. I don't like, I don't like to go out and do things. And if I do, I have to have so much time spent planning that it's not even worth the effort, right? I freak out about doing so many things. And I can date it all the way back to being a 7-year-old and not wanting to go to birthday parties, because I just, birthday parties are supposed to be such a fun, beautiful environment. And my brain, even as a 7-year-old, would just go to such a negative place. People aren't going to be mean to you at a birthday party, more than likely. Maybe between 18 and 21, there seems to be a lot of fights and things like that at birthday parties. People are going to be mean to you at those type of birthday parties. But a 7-year-old's birthday party, everyone's in good spirits. Everyone's jacked up on soft drink, on Coke. So, yeah, I've been thinking quite a lot about how I've missed out on so many opportunities. I never got to go to Big Day Out. Always wanted to go to Big Day Out so badly. I couldn't go. My mind would not allow me to go. I've once gone on a road trip which was out of the blue. And the only reason I went on that road trip was, one, because I had a friend already at the destination, and my other friend was annoying me to the point that I just said yes. And I also just got a lump sum from my boss. I must have been 18, 19, 20, and he just gave me a rack of cash for Christmas. So I felt secure that if anything hit the wall, shit hit the fan rather, I'd be able to get out of it, because I'd have cash money to talk my way out of it. But I have never really done anything spontaneous like that since, or pre going to Rhythm and Vines. Rhythm and Vines was awesome, by the way. I really am happy with myself that I did push myself to go to something like that. But yeah, I'm freaking out so many social settings, and I've come to realize, I have social anxiety. I don't want to go to the pool when there's 50 people at the pool. Whenever I try to go to places, I always think, what time can we go? I'll even look at Google. I will Google something and I will look at the traffic times, because Google holds on to all of our data, right? So it knows how the highs and rather how many people are there between 10 and 11, 12 and 1, all that, right? And it will say generally this is quite a productive time for the company or whatever. There's a high traffic volume. So whenever I go do something, I will look at that and then say to my wife, oh, should we go at this point in time? Now, she doesn't, I don't know if she knows that I'm angling towards a set time so I can deal with everything that's going on. But it's not a fun way to be. It's hopefully going to be easier the more I'm accepting of it. I know it's a little bit easier with kids because I can just drag one of them along with me and they can sort of be the white noise I need to distract me from what's going on, distract me from the anxieties. But hey, that's life. It's something I deal with, something I'm dealing with, and something I will forever, I guess, live with. That's life, right? It is what it is. But yeah, lately my mental health has been effing average. I've been pretty lazy, pretty lethargic, haven't been eating well, haven't been training, haven't trained in a long time. So my brain power has been very average. I really want to turn that around. I really need to turn it around. It doesn't just affect me. It affects my family. It affects the business I work for. It affects my friendships. And it also, what people don't realize, it also affects your future friendships. It also affects you from meeting new people and opening yourself up to new people. And if we don't meet new people, I don't think we grow. So I truly believe that, you've got to be happy, physically and mentally, so you can, meet new people, bring these people into your world, and, find a group that you feel chill with, that you feel relaxed with you feel comfortable with. So I'm trying. What do I do? I can only try. I know what I need to do to make myself better. I know what I need to do to turn it around. I figured that out last year. I went from 111 kgs to 102 in 90 days. Ended up playing rugby. Ended up breaking my shoulder blade in rugby in the first game, and then played for another 5 weeks or 4 or 5 weeks afterwards. That was a dumb decision. Now that's my brain telling me I need to be alpha, when I think the correct thing to be is a dad or a father, or my girls call me a papa. But, to be a dad, that's what I should have been thinking about, trying to be a better dad and trying to, not make life harder for my wife and not ruin my body. You ruin your body, at the age of 33. What do you have? What do you got? Once your body's ruined, what have you got? You've got nothing, right? Because your mind's only gonna take you so far. You need your body. You need both, right? I'm not gonna say one favors the other or one's better than the other, because they both line up with each other. But I do believe that, we need to be healthier as people. We just need to be better people. We need to self-reflect more. We need to love ourselves more. We need to, I guess, win. We need to win. We need to win for ourselves. Now, we've got the pressures of, I guess for our younger generation, we've got the pressures of trying to buy a house. Trying to get your kids into a good school, trying to get a good job. I don't know. You just go with the flow and do your best. Don't take the piss and just do your best. Push. Push yourself. But, I need to push myself. I need to get myself back into it. I've got an idea of how I want to do it. I'm going to go join another club. I think being in a sporting club helps so much. Being around other people, other dudes, for guys anyway, being around other dudes, it helps. It helps a lot. We burn off that testosterone, that extra energy. We don't take it home with us. We leave that at the door, we leave that extra energy at the door. And that's really what needs to happen. So I'm not only doing it for myself, I'm doing it for my family. That's, that's always, it's always number one, right? If it wasn't for my family, I don't know where I would be. I would definitely be not very immature, but I'd be quite immature, to be fair. I wouldn't have progressed. I'd probably still be smoking cigarettes. I would probably still be staying up till midnight. I go to bed at 9:30, by the way. I'm in bed at 9:30. I go to sleep at 10:30. I go to bed at 9:30. I have my Milo. Yes, I have a Milo at 9:30 with a couple of biscuits. I'm old. What's up? Watch a couple of YouTube shows and then fall asleep. And then get up in the morning. I can't understand how people can stay up till midnight now. These people don't have kids. Or they do not put enough effort into their kids. Because if you're putting a lot of effort into your kids, you don't need to be staying up past 10:30. Hopefully when they get older I can stay up. But I can't. I personally can't stay up that late. It's so freaking hard. And TV's boring. All the stuff on Netflix doesn't do anything for me unless it's like pretty real reality TV, scripted obviously. It has to be pretty close to reality. Now I know there's always going to be a script. I got a script for a bloody podcast, so of course there's going to be a script for reality TV, but as long as it's close to real. But I like watching the car shows. I like that on Netflix. I like that blowing show. Oh God, glass blowing. They do glass blowing on there. I really like that. I think that's very cool. I think it's. I would love to try glass blowing and see where my brain would take it. But yeah, all I watch is YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube crap. I say it's crap because it's probably not for my age group. It's probably for a younger age group, to be fair. It's a lot of it's really childish stuff, the stuff I watch. It's very feel good, happy-go-lucky sort of content. And, when you have dark days, I think just watching some goofy, feel-good content, I can't beat it. That, for me, that's personally is the ultimate. That and video clips. I love watching music video clips. I spend every Sunday morning probably watching music video clips for an hour, 2 hours. A lot of it's old school music. I've done this since I was probably, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8. I remember, for all the Kiwi listeners, recording the Coca-Cola charts every Sunday morning. I'd have my own tape, and I'd wait there, and every song I liked, I would record it, and then afterwards I'd have my compilation, and then I would just, watch all, I'd just watch all my video clips. I love music video clips. There's something, I don't know what it is. There's something quite, I really don't know how to put it. Excuse the pun. Something sings to me. I feel like I got something on my lip. I can see myself while I'm talking, by the way, people. It's why I don't always look at the camera. Oh, I think I've smacked my lip or something. I don't know what's going on there. But I love video clips. Right now, what's the video clips? Nothing's wrong with my lip. I can see a black dot on the screen. I know my lips are a bit whack because I've been beaten up and kicked in the face underwater and water polo and all that crap. But yeah, music videos, right now, what am I listening to when it comes to music video? A lot of Billy Joel, Beastie Boys I'm listening to. I really like their video clips. Always Kanye, Jay-Z. But then there's the old stuff like ELO, Electric Light Orchestra. Hold on, I'm just getting some stuff. So I've got Billy Joel. I've already said Billy Joel, Elton John, Rod Stewart, the Beatles. I'm listening to Earth, Wind and Fire. Got some Van Morrison, bit of Steely Dan. Gotta love Steely Dan. Cat Stevens, Lynyrd Skynyrd, Steve Miller Band, REM. Gone back into REM. I grew up on REM, so I've gotten back into REM. Chili Peppers. I'll forever love Chili Peppers. Who else am I listening to right now? Supertramp. I do love Supertramp. And then, I'm trying to think of their name. And then there's Biggie. A lot of Biggie. I love Biggie. And then I'm into my lo-fi music. I do love my lo-fi. I do love that mellowness. I've meditated to lo-fi. It's something very tranquil about lo-fi music. Something very serene, something engulfs me when I listen to lo-fi. So I do love it, and I'm pro lo-fi. Some of my video clips I've had lo-fi in the background. I think my podcast with an accent, the start of it. That is lo-fi. I got a guy in, where was New Haven from? I can't remember where New Haven's from, but he, somewhere in the States anyway, he made that beat for me. He's a very nice dude. Anyway, I digress. So, what else would I like to talk about? I'm not going to talk about the weather, because the weather in Auckland's always beautiful. Somewhat. America's Cup. America's Cup was on a couple of weeks ago. How the elitists like to show their style. It is crazy watching the America's Cup, isn't it? Just watching these elitists do what they do and just go out and sit on the boats with their champagne and pop bottles and watch the America's Cup, which I thought I loved the America's Cup. I thought I was all about it, but I feel so far removed from the America's Cup. Those boats just, God, they're beautiful. God, they are gorgeous. But too far removed from everyday boating. That's not, and I know the America's Cup is all about pushing the boundaries, one-upping your competitor, thinking of new designs. It's all very analytical, which, hey, I appreciate. I love data, so I think it's awesome, but too far removed from the common man. How many Kiwis are ever going to get the chance to jump on it? I was going to say EA 85 or something. I can't remember what the hell they're called, 45 or something. But how many Kiwis are going to get the chance to jump on board an America's Cup boat? Nobody. No one's going to get that chance. They're just so far removed from a single hull yacht. Now, that's something so many Kiwis could have the opportunity. You might have to go search it out to get on there, but many Kiwis have the opportunity to go on a single hull yacht. I've never been on one. I don't really like boats, to be fair. I think anxiety comes into play when we go on boats, but I'm not a big boat fan. Jet skis, though. Man, jet skis. How fun are jet skis? I've been on it once, and wow, they are fun. Why don't we have an America's Cup and just everyone's on a jet ski? Or I don't know. I don't know how you fall on a jet ski. I don't even think that's a thing. But yeah, the America's Cup, it was great. Awesome footage. As a patriotic Kiwi, loved it. I'm very proud that we won. I'm very proud that the boys kept the cup. But within 30 seconds of us winning it, you've got the NZ Herald reporting on it saying it's going to the Isle of Wight. America's Cup is selling it off. The Team New Zealand team is selling it off. Or something along those lines. It's going to be at the Isle of Wight. It's like, no, it's not. Auckland has just put a hell of a lot of money into this. You're not taking it away from us. We've had the whole world, global pandemic. The whole world's dealt with COVID. But, as a city, you need to protect everything these days. Because you want that bottom dollar. You want that money. You need that money for your economy. Our roads. I've been here for 3-4 years in Auckland. Still dealing with the same issues. They're still doing the same roadworks. Obviously, when I turned up, it must have been day one of this roadwork overhaul of get it done by 2025 or 2022, whenever it is. But I've been here for 3-4 years, and it's been going on the whole time. And, driving to work for an hour and a half every day is not fun. Hour and a half in the morning, I'm just listening to podcasts. Man, I'm up with the play of podcasts. But it is not fun. You sit in your car unproductively and you do nothing. You just sit there. People making business calls, yes. And I could make business calls too. And I'm happy to make business calls while I'm on the road. But, you need your laptop. Someone's going to ask you a question and you go, I need my laptop. I need some extra info. And I believe driving and playing on your laptop is considered pretty dangerous. I'm pro it. I see women every day texting and doing their makeup at the same time, looking in a mirror while driving. I don't know, people say women are bad drivers. Yes. But, how can they be bad drivers if they were able to look in a mirror doing their makeup? I don't know how they poke themselves in the eye, by the way. I'll be like, ah! But if you're not watching the road and you're driving and you're able to do your makeup, pretty clever. Can't be stupid. But seriously, the America's Cup, we better not lose it. It's not... it doesn't need to go anywhere else. Auckland is a sweet place to have it. I personally God, I'd love to see it in Wellington Harbour. I would love to see it in Wellington Harbour. Imagine that. Imagine the America's Cup in Wellington Harbour. Imagine how many places you could watch. Just sitting, because Wellington's all hills. You'd be sitting at your house, looking straight down onto the harbour, watching these big ass boats, yachts, whatever they are. You know, go around in a circle, up and down, or whatever. Foil, going up and down, 6 legs. You know, man, that would look dope. But you know, Auckland need to hold on to it. They can't give it away. This is something they have put money into. It's something our economy needs. You know, when our roads are crappy and everyone's sitting in traffic and Auckland economy is just losing, hundreds of millions of dollars a day. More like hundreds of millions of dollars a week. But I'd hate to know what that figure is. So we can't lose things like this, because when you're losing money in other avenues, you've got to pick it up somewhere, right? So fight for it. We need to fight for it. The government have already stepped in and said, you know, don't take it overseas, don't take it offshore. Same. Or your funding, pull it, gone, done with. Ka kite a popo. Well, it's more like ka kite. Won't see you tomorrow. But hey. Super Rugby. We're doing alright. Hurricanes. Got a win in the weekend, which was nice to see. Thanks to Geordie Barrett, the dominating factor in the Hurricanes. God, if we lost to the Highlanders, I wouldn't have been impressed. The team I hate losing to, though. The Blues. I hate losing to the Blues. Just because, you know, they were so good for so long. Decades. And they were so shit. They were so crap. And now all of a sudden they're good because they've got a Canterbury coach and a Hurricanes coach. One of the greatest, not one of the greatest, a great Cantabrian rugby player and a legendary assistant coach in Tana Umanga, being from the Hurricanes. I think they've got the vibe right there. You've got that good mix of cultures. You've got the good mix of junior, senior. I don't know. I don't know how a good rugby team works. Training, doing it 50,000 hours or whatever the hell, 100,000 hours or whatever it is. 10,000 hours. 10,000, that sounds a bit more accurate. Doing your 10,000 hours, I know that would make a good rugby team. So the more practice you have together, you know, Cantabrians are the best of the best. I hate losing to them, by the way. They are the best of the best, but they do things differently. They're sports science. They, you know, when I was at a sports science school, I remember them telling us about the Canterbury sports science then. And so that was what? Let's do some quick math. 17 years ago. You know, they were talking about how the Canterbury players don't really... This was 17 years ago. Sports science have changed dramatically. So I don't think this applies now. But 17 years ago, they were not really stretching... is that right? Yeah, they weren't overstretching before games. They didn't want to overly stretch their muscles. Because they found that if you overstretch your muscles, you'd cramp up. So what they would do is it would only stretch them a little bit. And by the 60th minute, your muscles should be pretty loose and pretty much bound for an 80-minute game, I guess. And so that's why the Cantabrians would, the last 20, they would just eat teams up because of the sports, well, I believe anyway, because of the sports sciences, because their muscles were at a different stage to the opposing team. It's pretty crazy. Sports science is a beautiful thing. I wish I actually knew more. I wish I dove further into it. I guess when I did that course, I was a kid. I was 16 when I went to NZIS. And when I went there, I acted like a kid because I was a kid. I begged my parents to go there. They sort of wanted me to go there. They sort of didn't. But, you know, my parents always backed me. They've always backed me, even though they're probably behind closed doors. They're going, this kid is a freaking idiot. I don't know what he's playing at. But they'd always back me. And they always told me they would back me. So, you know, the support my parents gave me growing up, you know, there's a lot of things they did wrong. A lot of things. List, long as my arm. But man, the stuff they did right, they did well. They, you know, they did very well. I personally can't comprehend how someone raises 4 kids. Now, I struggle to raise 2 kids. They raised 4. I don't know how you did it. And I appreciate what they've done. Hey, they're good parents. They loved us. They worked hard. My old man worked his ass off for us. And I appreciate everything he did for us, everything my mother did for us. And I appreciate them. I love them dearly. But, you know, the relationship I have with them is very weird. It's an odd relationship I have with my parents. I don't want to talk about it too much right now. This is a topic I might get into in the future. But we were never close as a family members. We definitely we're not the Brady Bunch. We were far from the Brady Bunch. We're the freaking opposite. We're always trying to keep up with the Joneses, but we definitely weren't the Brady Bunch. And you know, that's life. I think you know, Captain Hindsight can tell you effed up. But you know, hindsight's a beautiful thing, but it doesn't help the now. It doesn't help the present time. We don't know when we're doing things wrong. Most of the time we don't know. Sometimes we know, but you know, Captain Hindsight, you know, can pick up shit that hit the fan previously, but it doesn't help the present. It definitely doesn't help the present. So that's life, I guess. Anyway, I don't want to keep this podcast going much longer. I've just rambled the whole time. There's going to be multiple ramblings. I got to keep this going. I have to get my numbers up. This is episode 3. You know, some people are on 200, some people are on 2,000. So I really need to get my numbers up. I just need to get myself out there, need to get my face out there. Again, my mental health tip for the week. Go out, say hi to random people. Just say hi to random people. Go learn the word hello and thank you in a different language. I know for me, I work with Chinese people. I have been saying, well, ni hao is obviously hello in Chinese. Xia xia or tai xia xia la means thank you or thank you very much in Chinese. And sai xian means goodbye. And the Chinese love it. They absolutely love it when you say goodbye to them in Chinese. And it's not just the Chinese. I've been saying malo to all the Samoans when I come across the ones from the islands that I come across in South Auckland. I always say hello to them because I look at them and they look back at me and they think, what's the white boy staring at? So I break the ice. Boom, instantly. Malo or hello, kia ora. Hey, I might be saying it like a honky. That's fine. I'm making an effort. What are you doing? Go out there. Go meet some people. Go learn some other languages. Don't need to learn the whole freaking language. Just learn to say hello. Aloha. Kia ora. Kia orana. Talofa. Malo. You know, ni hao. Konnichiwa. Guten Tag. You know, it's just go out and meet people. You meet people. You learn things. and then you learn to love things, So my tip of the day, my tip of the week is go learn hello in different languages, and then thank you and goodbye, and, make a point of trying to break the ice with people. At the end of the day, we're all humans. We need to learn to love each other. We need to learn to get along. We do have racism issues in New Zealand, but compared to the rest of the world, very small. But that's not the point. I've only had to deal with it in drips and drabs throughout my lifetime. But I've seen a lot of it, and man, it is ugly, and I don't appreciate it. And so I do want my fellow man, my fellow friends, my fellow YouTubers, whatever. I just want people to go out there and say hello, have a random conversation with everybody. My goal last year was to have a random conversation, one a day, with a random person. Man, I met a lot of people. Man, I had some weird conversations. But, it got me out there, got me chatting. So, to you, I say kia ora to somebody. Just anybody. Learn to love. Learn to embrace. Learn to absorb. Absorb your fellow man. Learn to love us. Okay? Learn to love yourself. Then go out and learn to love others. Alright? I'm signing off. I will see you guys next week. I'm going to do this a couple more times, like I said. So, podcast with an accent. Peace out. The name might change. I wouldn't mind changing it to Pretty Fly for a White Guy, just because it's ironic, because I am white, but I'm not a fly. There's nothing fly about me. Well, I like Beastie Boys, so that's pretty fly. Those guys are fly. But anyway, you guys take care. Kia ora, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Love you lots. Again, tell your friends, tell your cousins, tell Uncle Hemi, tell your nana, tell your dead grandpa, whatever. Just get someone to tune in and embrace each other. Peace out, guys.